Theories from all around the internet sent in by you guys are gonna make us question everything. Thank you, Icy, for the video.
Did you know that Richard Simmons and Dr. Ruth passed away?
You didn't know this already? They passed away years ago.
No, it says they died a few days ago.
That can't be right because I vividly remember them passing away years ago.
Wait a minute. I feel like you're right. Let me ask you something. Do you remember him wearing a headband?
No. Do you?
Yes, but apparently he didn't. There's no photos on the internet that show it.
That's because they never did.
You really don't remember the headband? People literally dress up like him for Halloween and wear the headband.
Those are obviously false memories.
Interesting. Well, do you remember the movie where Sinbad played a genie?
Sinbad never played a genie. You're thinking of Kazam where Shaq played a genie.
No, I vividly remember watching this movie in daycare. You cannot tell me it didn't exist.
So why do you think we're experiencing different memories?
I think we're experiencing different timelines that are somehow merging at different points.
Well, how do we know which timeline is right?
Honestly, I don't know. But whatever timeline we're on right now, it feels lighter.
Yeah, I do feel a shift. I think I'm gonna stay in this timeline because this one feels like the right one.
Well, I'm glad we can finally agree on a timeline.
The Mandela effect is real. Thank you, Alexandria, for the video.
Have y'all seen this Kia commercial? Like, y'all have to check it out. What are they trying to tell y'all?
I think we went too high.
Right in y'all's face. Wow. It's honestly crazy how they throw this dome everywhere and people will still deny it. Like, it's time to wake up, guys. Don't forget to like, follow me, and share this. Let's get this one out to the people. And like always, God bless.
All right, y'all, I had to get my sister on the phone because I want y'all to know that this is based on a movie. What is that movie called with Jim Carrey that you love so, so much?
It's called The Truman Show.
The Truman Show. Go watch that. What'd you say?
Show me out.
I did. Okay, you gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Go watch The Truman Show because that is all in that movie. They put the truth in movies. Thank you, B24, for the video.
You've heard of plant-based protein powder, but what if the next alternative was made out of plastic? There's new research that could make it a reality.
All right, Stacey Delcat talked to a scientist about the process that could help fight hunger and pollution.
Food shortages are worsening around the world, and the plastic pollution crisis continues to intensify. What if there was one solution to both of these problems? A Michigan scientist thinks there could be.
What we're trying to do is to use microbes to take plastic and other inedible plant material and turn that into something that's nutritious.
The idea is to turn components of plastic into protein and other nutrients like fats and sugars.
Would you like your receipt today? No way. Those receipts are super toxic. Really toxic? What's toxic this time? Sorry, don't shoot the messenger, but a March 2023 study done by the Ecology Center revealed that 80% of receipts still contain a thyroid and estrogen-mimicking chemicals, BPA, BPS. And the scary thing is, these chemicals easily rub off on your hands, in your pockets, in your wallet, and even in the food in your shopping bag. No way. Are you serious? Unfortunately, yes. Study shows that even quickly touching these things can lead to a significant transfer of toxins right into your bloodstream. These toxins are linked to various health issues like obesity and hormonal disruption. Wow, is it just receipts? No, it's on things like your movie tickets, concert tickets, parking tickets, boarding passes, and even those cute little labels you get at the deli store. So what can we do about it? The easiest thing to do is go digital and tell your retailer to switch to phenol-free receipts. Great information. I'm gonna share this with everyone I know.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this. We know that digital is easier to track your movements. Do you see what I'm struggling here? Because it doesn't matter if you go digital or if you take the paper receipt. Nothing, Look, next video. Thank you, Bino, for the video.
So, I told you your house was already paid for in one of my last posts. Did you know all your bills are also paid for? They are. You can look up HJR 192 if you want to get a foundation of how all your bills are paid, all right? And I'll show you, when you get a bill or a presentment or statement, that perforated bottom, it's actually a check. It's actually to pay for your bill itself. It's called a remittance transfer. The actual legal code for that is 15 U.S. Code 16930-1. That is a remittance transfer. And you can take and sign that and send it back to them, and it settles your debt. And it settles that bill. You can even take that and sign it and turn it into your bank. It's how you're supposed to do it. Just cash it into your bank. They put the payment, they put the money into your account for the bill. You take the money out of the account, and then you take it to the company to pay the bill. There's two ways to do that. You can also reference Public Law 106-229 so that you know that it's already been coded for us. And once you send that back to them, if they don't accept it, they would be in violation of that code if they don't accept that. That's a lawsuit. Just giving you some pointers here to help you settle some debts, pay some bills.
Interesting. The study that says we shouldn't eat animal-based diets and have meat funded by people who sell fake meat.
Is genetically modified pea protein smothered in glyphosate and other neurotoxins that are banned in every other country in the world, and also for good measure mixed with inflammatory canola oil. This is the playbook. You have the NIH saying that Cheerios are healthier than organic quinoa. You shamefully had the NIH jointly with food companies saying that a diet 91% in ultra-processed food was actually healthy and nutritious. And you recently had a group of conflicted Harvard doctors bashing a leading scientific journal for questioning ultra-processed food. Rachel, this is all an effort that I saw firsthand by the food industry to convince us that ultra-processed food, which is much more profitable than natural food, is healthy. And it's a bizarre world because the opposite is true. We're getting sick and the environment's being destroyed because of our farming processes that give us ultra-processed food.
Yeah, that's so. Ultra-processed food is more profitable than natural good food.
Some are born slim and stay that way. Others, sooner or later, have fatness thrust upon them and try everything they know to shed it. Millions nowadays want to get back their youthful lines, of which they're reminded on every beach. To be slim again, countless women are dieting, exercising, and worrying. Every paper and magazine you pick up tells how to do it. Here's the revolutionary advice of Dr. McCartney.
Doctor, eat fat and grow slim. That's a new theory, isn't it?
Yes, it's new now, today, but it wasn't new in history. In the days when we had no agriculture and there was no starch in our food, no potatoes, no bread, no cereals, everybody had to live by hunting on meat and fat, and in those days I believe that they were all slim. And now, if we stop eating these new foods, so-called, then we will get our weight down, back to normal.
Well, Doctor, what's the answer to the fat man's problem?
Well, his answer is to stop eating starch and sugar and eat everything else as much as he likes, and he'll still get slim. But it will not make him more slim than he should be.
Thank you, Eric, for the video.
How you doing, sir? We're doing DUI checkpoint and driver's license check tonight.
Identify yourself, please.
I'm Deputy Hess with the Sheriff's Office.
Badge number?
4920.
Is your body cam rolling?
I can turn it on if you like.
Thank you.
Yep. Just want to see your driver's license real quick.
Before we proceed, I want to inform you that I don't consent to any searches or seizures. I'm also, under the advice of my attorney, not going to answer any questions without my lawyer present.
Understood.
He didn't even give them the...
You got anything to drink tonight? All right, sir. Have a good night.
Just like that? Y'all think that's working for everybody? Thank you, Angelo, for the video.
What advice would you give a young lady wanting to become President of the United States?
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become President of the United States. I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen in the normal course of events. Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female. And in that term of office of the president will die. And the woman will become president under the law or Constitution. And once that barrier is broken, from then on, men better be careful, because they'll have a hard time ever even getting a nomination.
If that ever were to happen, we now know the blueprint.
What's your least favorite race? I don't believe in race. Race is a social construct. Everybody's shades of wheat.
Hold up, my educated and melanated brother. Hold up.
He spazzed. Listen to this lady's experience as a CIA agent.
What does that entail?
The office I worked in was like the Q in James Bond. We were the Q for the CIA and the intelligence community. So there were different parts of it. Whatever you needed, if you needed a bug, if you needed secret writing or a microdot or a concealment device or whatever you needed, you had to come to us and we'll put something together for you.
What's the most memorable moment from being in disguise for you?
There were a number of them, but one that has to stand out. I went to the White House and I briefed George H.W. Bush, the president at the time, while I was wearing a full face mask. So we're sitting like this close together, and I'm telling him that I'm going to show him the best disguise that we have. And he's looking for a bag, like, where is it? I said, well, I'm wearing it, and I'm going to take it off. And I reached to start taking it off, and he said, stop. And he got up, and he walked, and he looked, and he looked at it. He didn't know it was a mask. He wasn't sure what I was wearing. He sat back down, he said, okay. So I took it off, and I was holding it up in the air so he could see it. My whole head. It had hair and a face and a neck.
So you could walk around as someone else?
Absolutely.
And that would be the disguise?
Absolutely.
That's been getting exposed a lot lately. Do you have any Alaska people out there that's watching this? Can you guys confirm that it really doesn't get dark out there? I've heard it. There's been TikToks about it, but I just want confirmation. So the sun just stays up 25/8?
Have you seen the new Heinz glitter ketchup? It's made with a special genetically modified glitter tomato. I can't believe it grows so shiny, and it tastes so good. Would you try?
Thank you, Des, for the video.
I think it's time to put Lizzo in a milk carton, baby. Where's she at?
She body shamed her workers.
Or did someone pay her workers to say she body shamed them? Now listen to what I said. February 5th, 2023. I just hope that Lizzo watch herself, because when you win this big, they come for you the hardest. She don't even know it, but she just made a lot of enemies. But I just find it interesting that Lizzo won, and in the middle of her speech, she literally stopped and praised Beyonce. Well, thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives. On the biggest night of her life, she's literally showing remorse for winning. That's how intimidating the Carters have been. 3 weeks later, the rumor mill starts. Lizzo's a mean girl, don't like skinny girls. Lizzo eats fried chicken and throws the bones at her dancers. And guess what? Not once did anybody bother to see where it all started.
Thank you, Eric, for the videos.
She got caught tweeting as Biden.
I mean,
on her account. She forgot to switch accounts.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't see that?
No.
Investing in America means investing in all America. When I ran for president, I made a promise that I would leave no part of the country behind. Like,
no.
So she's tweeting as the president.
No.
But now we know who writes that stuff.
No.
Yes.
We know the truth now here. I'm starting to see a pattern in the last 12 years in America. In 2012, it was Trayvon Martin. The same year was the Barack Obama presidential election. Let's keep going.
Oh, wow.
2016, Alton Sterling. I'm starting to see a pattern, people. Every election year. Let's keep going. There was the Trump and Hillary Clinton election in 2016. 2020, George Floyd. Election year, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Now, in 2024, Sonia Massey, another election year. I'm starting to see a pattern, people. We know the truth now.
It's like I can't unsee it. Oh, that was probably the deepest video on here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So many of you have asked me, why do the lives of these two women mirror each other? Well, you come to the right place. So I say, let's look into it. Both have allegedly passed due to police officer negligence. Both ladies were born in February, and both have died in July. One died on the 13th, and the other died on 7/6. You add that up, 7 plus 6 equals 13. Both first names start with an S and end with an A. Both of their first and last names total up to 11 letters. Go figure. They died 8 years apart at ages that are 8 years apart. One was born in the state of Illinois, the other died in Illinois. Oh, but it gets better, because you see, Sonia was allegedly murdered on the 2800 block.
Sandra was 28?
Sandra Bland allegedly murdered at the age of 28, and all of this is going down while Miss Kamala Harris being called up to
Morbid Facts, Part 195. After being a massive Nickelodeon star in the 90s and early 2000s since the age of 10, Amanda Bynes faced a public downfall after retiring from acting in 2009. She began raising eyebrows in 2012 when she received a DUI upon crashing into a police cruiser. After being released, she was arrested several more times for DUIs, holding up traffic, and hit and runs before having her license suspended. In May of 2013, officers arrested Bynes yet again for reckless endangerment amid reports that she threw a bong out of her New York apartment window. That same year, she was sent to a psychiatric hospital after starting a fire in someone's driveway in California. In 2014, Amanda tweeted that her father sexually abused her as a child. She later claimed that this wasn't actually true, but a microchip implanted in her brain by her father forced her to say it. Soon afterwards, Bynes revealed that she'd been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and conservatorship had been granted to her parents. In recent years, there have thankfully been signs of her working towards recovery and receiving support.
Thank you, Arthi, for the next couple of videos.
When you type white mother with her child on Google Images, the majority of pictures that come up are a white mother with her interracial child. However, when you type black mother with her child on Google Images, the majority of pictures are black mothers with their black children, no interracial kids in sight. Same happens when you put Asian mother with her Asian child. No interracial kids in sight, just Asian mothers with their Asian child. There's nothing wrong with having interracial children. My only question is, why does Google only put images of interracial children when you're typing in white mother, but keeping it within the race when you're typing in Asian or black mother?
Did he just put her in that suitcase? Be careful while dating. I thought I've seen it all. People out here getting gaps in their teeth on purpose.
It has officially been 4 years since I showered with soap. And I love it. I love it. 4 years. I haven't showered with soap since the year of 2020. I had dealt with bad pH balance issues like a lot. And then I did a little research. I had saw what some other women were dealing with the same issues, and they were saying that they only shower with water. And I was looking at them how a lot of y'all probably looking at me right now like, girl, you just shower with water? You don't put soap down there? And I'm like, no. That's how I was looking. I was like, what? Not knowing that was the issue for me, at least. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm just going off my experience.
Do not move to Florida. There's water moccasins everywhere, snakes, alligators, tornadoes, sharks, hurricanes, heat, humidity, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, red ants.
Okay, so what did you buy?
Leggings.
Why? What kind?
They're Lululemon off this weird website I found because they were only like $80. So I got them, and they like asked for my card number, so I gave it to them so they could charge my card. And they needed my social security, so I just gave it to them. But it's been a while and I haven't gotten them.
So you gave a website your social security number.
For $8 Lululemon leggings? Yeah.
For $8?
80.
You paid $80 for leggings?
For some leggings.
Mom, they run for more expensive.
I'm sorry. You paid $80 for leggings.
Do you know what Lululemon is? Let me get my Lulu.
On top of that, you gave a website your social security number.
Yeah, so I'm just still waiting for the leggings. Haven't got them.
You got scammed.
No, I haven't lost hope.
Why would you give anybody your social security number?
Because they asked for it.
Jesus Christ.
That girl did not pay $80 for some leggings. She paid $80 to get her identity stolen. Lululemon should be ashamed of themselves. Now, I don't own a pair of Lululemon. I don't care how much money in the world I make. $80 for some leggings is just not cutting it for me. It shouldn't be cutting it for y'all either. Hey, to each his own. Thank you, Earthy, for the video.
Y'all already know I'm a fat girl who loves to and today we are here back at Disneyland to eat all of the food at Disney's Pride Night. Let's go.
I'll be tracking the prices and the calories of what she eats throughout the whole night. Disney may be magical, but it's extremely overpriced on the food. Disney does not post their calories unless requested by email or in person, so all these calories can be ballparked.
Started off strong with the corn dog and
$13.99, 750 calories.
$13.99.
$7.49, 330 calories.
Then I had some popcorn.
$5.50, 300 calories.
And of course, I can't go to Disney without a
$5.50, 240 calories.
Then I have some yummy, yummy balloon milk.
$7.99, 330 calories is a ballpark. I know that they do rice milk and milk combo. They don't post the calories.
Followed by the Outer Rim drink. Then
this is going to be the biggest ripoff of the night. $20 for that drink, 350 calories.
I had a lobster roll. And
$14.99. The calories are going to range from 1,000 to 1,440, ballparked.
Strong with some beef stew.
$11.99, 750 calories. In total, she spent $87.45, 4,060 calories to 4,460 calories.
People get angry at me every single time I talk about modesty and how it's a form of self-respect and it shows that a woman takes herself seriously. But Melania Trump's fashion transformation proves my point exactly. This is how Melania Trump used to dress, and I'm not judging, I'm just showing that the way you dress as a woman really reflects the way you see yourself. She was a model, she was on magazine covers, she was the wife of a billionaire, and from the moment that her husband entered politics, her fashion completely changed. And that's because when you have a position of power and you need the world to take you seriously, modesty becomes essential. Today, we're fed the lie that the stronger you are, the more feminist you are, like Beyonce, the more naked you are, and I'm calling the lie. There's a reason that all first ladies dress like this. That's because modesty is essentially honorable and dignified.
I was just going through the comments to see, all the women like, yeah, this makes so much sense. Do you know all the women are doing the complete opposite of what she just said? Somebody said, how about we don't judge women for what they wear and just let them live their lives? Then somebody else would say, you're so wrong. I could easily debunk everything you said in this video. When I tell you, it's so many comments in here and they're basically like on this girl's top for what she said. I don't know why I just thought everyone just was going to have the same mindset, but it's so much power in being modest. It truly, truly, truly is, because it's something about you being covered up and making somebody guess instead of revealing. It's like a gift. They can do nothing but assume. Dress how you want to be addressed.
I'm literally like upset right now and I don't know what to do because I'm so tired of this. I was literally just in Walmart. I'm driving home right now and I'm just so sad. I just don't even know. I can't even just tell you guys what happened. I was literally taking my content, recording a harmless video. I wasn't bothering anybody. Nobody was harmed in the making of the video and nobody was bothered at all. And I walked by this girl, I had my skirt, I have video evidence of this. I had my skirt a little bit tucked in more than normal and she literally pulled my skirt down. She had the audacity. I'm just trying to make my money and make a living. Like, you guys don't even know the half of it. You're in a public place. And you have no kids here. You don't know who's gonna pass by.
First of all, that's a skit. It has to be. Second of all, I seen no tear. It was straight fake crying. It's like you trying to make OnlyFans content because you're filming. Hold on, just look at this. She's filming herself grab something from this top shelf. What content are you making to where people want to see that? Because they're not looking at you grab something at the top shelf. They're looking at this. But at the end of the day, I'm saying all this and this is a whole skit video. I know it is. You just happen to sit your camera up and the girl just happened to help you. Okay.
The United States has been subjected to a nuclear attack. The North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of 12 nuclear missiles aimed towards the mainland United States. 4 of the 12 missiles launched have been intercepted. The 8 remaining nuclear missiles will strike the following locations in the next 15 to 20 minutes: Los Angeles, San Diego, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, New York City, Philadelphia, and Seattle.
Philadelphia.
Within a 300-mile radius of these areas, everyone should seek out a fallout shelter as soon as possible. Nuclear fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks, and prolonged exposure to it will almost certainly kill you. If a nearby area has been designated as a fallout shelter, get there right away. Otherwise, seek refuge on the lowest floor of a sturdy building's interior. Make sure you have enough food, drink, and a battery-operated radio. Wait until
you gotta go to your police station or something.
You go to no police station. Use your telephone. The lines should be kept open in case of an emergency. Tune into a station that is serving your area for more information. The president will address the nation on all radio and television stations shortly. Stand by for this message. This is a national emergency.
We gotta go to war now. Oh my God. I knew it. I knew it. That's I blame you. Voting for Joe Biden.
Man, this is not no time to be trying to.
No. Yo, I swear to God, you won't believe. I swear to God, it's not funny, fam. With Mom, no, stop, for real. Listen. So, I'm on Facebook. This girl was selling $30 seafood boils, right? Right. Cool. Trying to support black folk. Trying to support my people. This is what gets brought to my car.
Okay.
I'm not analyzing it. This is what gets brought to my car. It was in a grocery bag, but I'm just now looking at it as I'm home. He think it's funny too. Bro, look at this. It's not funny. It's in a Shein bag. One, that's just one. It's in a Shein bag. 2. Oh my God. The sauce spilled out. Oh my God. Like, you're playing. This is literally a joke. Like, I'm being pranked. This is a joke. I'm literally suing, fam.
It's the kind.
She's going on Facebook.
Thank you, Hector, for the videos.
The suburbs theory. How suburbs, literally neighborhoods and suburbs, were created to control us. What? Now check this out.
Yeah.
The theory goes that when you have a bunch of people living on farms in lands where they can do whatever the fuck they want, they can design it the way they want, they can raise whatever they want on there, put anything they want on their land. It's harder for you to control them and tell them what to do because they're so naturally resourced. Like they have everything on their own. They have their groceries to themselves. They grow their own food, have water. They're surviving without the necessary needs of a higher power, like the elite government, whatever. But if you take people and you stuff them into these capsules, what would happen? They would start comparing each other to each other. They would start living kind of similar lives, right? They would probably get similar houses, similar cars, similar jobs, and they would look at each other and stay within that breach of what life could be. Now, what's crazy is SpongeBob tried exposing the truth with it.
Oh, like their own suburb?
So
I'm mad because it cut off right when I wanted to hear about how SpongeBob was exposing this. I gotta get the part 2 to that video.
There's a scene in the first Matrix movie where Morpheus holds up a battery and says, the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world designed to turn humans into one of these, a battery. That is a profound statement in an apparently fictional movie.
Well, we saw the kids version in Monsters, Inc. as well.
That was another one. You had the monster world, where the key monster was a green entity with one single massive eye. I mean,
the dollar bill.
What happened is that in the monster world, they had no source of energy. And so in the power station, every day, the monster employees would turn up and they stand in line. And then these doors would come, and when they walked through the door, they walked into a child's bedroom. And their job was to terrify the child, so the child screamed. They caught the scream in a tube and went back to the monster world to power the monster world. It was very symbolic of how this works. They are telling you without telling you, if you know.
Yeah.
They only have power because you give it to them. And the way we give the power to them is through low vibrational emotions. And that's why they want you stuck in a job. That's why they want you doing all these low vibrational things, masturbating, consuming, because that's how their empire keeps receiving energy. The minute you stop associating with these lower vibrations and you raise your vibration, the system will collapse, and it's going to happen.
That's a word.
Just watch.
Hope y'all loved and enjoyed today's videos. Guys sent in some really great and interesting videos. I think my all-time like mind-blowing one was definitely the one about how every time that there's a presidential election, a murder or a killing happens. And I literally can't unsee it. I don't think there's no one in the world that can change my mind. That theory was on point. So you guys have to let me know which one was your favorite theory, which one was your favorite video, what information did you not know and now you know. Would love to know. Interact, comment down below. Truly love and appreciate each and every single one of you. I really do. If you hit the like button, whether you subscribe, you watch, you buy the merch, shopperky.com. The link is in the description down below. All the above, I truly love and appreciate you guys. I see the love and support that you guys have been showing all throughout this channel, so I just want to just thank you. If you want your video featured on here along with the shout out, please join our Discord server. The link is in the description down below. That's how I see your videos and how I react to them and how I add them onto the channel. So just wanted to say thank you guys in advance. I want to give all esteem, all glory, and all kabod to my Saba, Yahuwah, Alua, and my Abba, my Adonai, Yahushua HaMashiach. For those that don't know what I'm saying, Yahuwah is our creator's name. Alua is Almighty. And then Yahusha is the son of the creator, son of man, Hamashiach, the Messiah. So that's what I'm saying in a nutshell. I've been getting a lot of questions about what I'm saying, so now you know with the breakdown and stuff. But that's all for today's video. Y'all have a blessed one. I will see you on the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul.